All and thank you.
Thank you, Alia. Now it's time for the main event. Let me invite Ms. Bhavani Gante and Ms. Princy Berson for their words. Ma'am, the platform is open to you.
Good evening, everybody, and what an auspicious beginning to the event. And I would like to thank Pooja for the wonderful prayer, Dvaita, yourself, fantastically delivered speech, and it's the message behind it. It's really nice. It would connect to, I'm sure, all your friends out here. And Alia as well. Thanks for the introduction. I'm really humbled to receive that. And good evening to Principal of Ckmnss Senior Secondary High School, Sheila ma'am, and all respected teachers and my dear friends around here. I would like to introduce my friend, philosopher, and guide, Princy ma'am, I would call her, Mrs. Princy Berson here today. So she's here basically to support me and also stand as a support between you all and myself because I do not speak the native language Malayalam. So she's here to escort me and guide me so that we can interact well. And this interactive session is going to go smooth. So thank you. Thank you once again. Princy ma'am, over to you.
Princy ma'am. Ma'am, can you hear me?
Ma'am, you're not audible, ma'am.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think there is some issue with my laptop. Uh, it's I consider this as a privilege and honor to meet the young lives, the young bloods, the future of our country. And I'm looking forward to interact with each one of you. And first, let's hear from Bhavani, and then we'll open for Q&A, some question answers, some discussion. And I would love to, more important than talking, I would love to listen to you. And from Bhavani, over to you, Bhavani. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So I would request all of you, if few of you can turn on the cameras so that, I see all blank faces so that I just need you all to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down and that bright smile on your face. Yes, I can see Pooja and Pavan Menon. So am I audible loud and clear? All right, just
Yes,
give me a
ma'am.
thumbs. Yes, so let's not unmute and all, just give me a thumbs up. So let's carry on. Oh, wow, lovely faces I see. So, so bright. Nice. So that I'm sure it's going to be a nice, interactive, fun session. All right. So it's basically an interaction. Let's not call it orientation because it's too a formal word to use. So let's call it an interactive session wherein I would share whatever I would know. I'll share whatever I know. And in the end, we'll have Q&As, question answers. But in between, if you do not get what I am going to talk, because that's the basic etiquette. If it's supposed for a dining etiquette, something important you would not understand. So I would request you can raise your hand or get in touch with me or even Viji ma'am so that we are here. That is when our Princy ma'am would come to the rescue. All right. Fine, just give me a thumbs up. Nice and bright. Keep that smile on and let's begin. Yeah. All right. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So coming to today's topic, social etiquette, let me share the presentation with you all. So society, social beings, as we all know that we humans are social beings. We hear this word often, right? What do we actually mean by that? So we are born and again in a family. So our birth starts till the time you're in your tummy, you're just one-on-one with your mother. But then once you're out into the new world, you have a direct connection with everybody. First is your intimate, immediate family, which you're connected to. And then as you grow, you make friends and friends grow bigger. Your circle would grow bigger, right? So we are socializing, I would say. We call it a relationship. So slowly we are forming a nice relationship with everybody around. So that is the reason what we all say when we say humans are social beings, right? So now coming to today's topic and why these three standards, I believe 10th, 11th, 12th standard kids around. So why is it important for all of us? Because this is the age where you are being molded to. You are molded, but then you're going to face the challenges of the world. Face the challenges as in, how do you face it? You got to interact with people. You're going to interact with the world, right? So the more the disciplined you are, the more successful you can be, the more confident you can be. For example, all of a sudden, I mean, I'm not specifying it to a particular friend of mine. I would call you, not call you students today. I would like to address all of you as friends here today. So for a few, everybody has a little stage fright. So all of a sudden, when we come across a huge gathering, right? So there are little butterflies in the tummy. It is natural. It is natural to have that feeling. How do we overcome it? How do we overcome it so that we are confident and then we can face the world outside, right? So this particular age group, guys are going to pass out from school. You're all protected, held very tight by your teachers and very well groomed by your teachers. They are your rock support after your parents. Of course, parents are the first and initial driving force, but your teachers are there to protect you. So as and when we go out, we are exposed to more options, good, and also there's a little dark zone down there, which also can influence us. So let us see how we can, little tidbits. Let me share a few tidbits so that, we can see how we can face the world more comfortably and more confidently. That's all. All right. So let me start the session here. Let's begin. I'm going to share the PPT here. Just give me a thumbs up if you're able to visualize it, right?
Children, you please switch off your microphone. You can switch on your camera. Please switch on your microphone. Thank you.
Perfect. So just give me a thumbs up if that screen is visible. Right. Okay. Yes. So I'll go ahead. Thank you. Thank you so much. So social etiquette is how you socialize, and behavior etiquette, the behavioral manners. How do you behave with others right from the family? Every single step we take starts from the family. So it all starts there in these four walls of the house. So let's start this, okay? Right. So when we speak about social etiquettes today, this is the breakdown of how we are going to continue this session. All right, first, as you can see, there is public etiquette. How do you interact with people around? That is the public around you. So wherein first thing what people would notice about you is how well you're dressed. Right now, I know you can see the wall painting around in my room, right? See, you see my short hair and you see the painting picture behind. So you can somehow correlate thinking it's my daughter's room. Yes, of course, it's my daughter's room because everything is here. Even before our eyes grasp everything. And appearance, I believe, is the first and foremost. Look your best. You don't have to be stylish, but look your best. So in public etiquettes, let's discuss about our dressing attire, our way we communicate with others. And communication. So communication, there are numerous ways of communication these days. Guys, I want you all to let me know if I'm going a little fast or if this speed is all right, okay? So yeah, so coming to communication. So what do? We are speaking right now. We communicate through phone. The first thing we do in this technology is communication through phone and internet. Thanks to internet, we are communicating through internet, through be it social media, be it emails. So basically to get connected with the other person, right? And the last, but it's not the least, but very, very essential for all of us at this stage right now is the dining etiquette. When you're faced and when you're going to share a meal, home alone, when you're at home, that's fine. But it should not be a sudden jerk or a sudden transition when you face a formal dinner table, a formal layout, right? So it's very easy. It's going to be a very smooth and simple and understandable topic and also enjoyable, right? So let's all begin that. So yes, and before that, this little word of ours, etiquette, it looks like that, but that's how you pronounce it. E-H. It's from French, from France. So it says E-H is a, t, and ket. I want all of you, do not unmute your mic, but let's quickly do this. Let's say a, t, and ket, because it's important how to pronounce it. It's important to know how to pronounce what we are, especially if you are learning this today. So this is what we read. If you all can see, I've highlighted it here. We can say a, e-h, a, t, k. So it's etiquette. It's not etiquette. I know phonetics, it's taught that way, right? So Q and E says qua, but let's not say that. Let's simply say etiquette. So all done practicing it once, twice? Etiquette? All right. So yes, what is social etiquette? Which means if for golden words, I would say sorry, the basics, you know what even a 3-year-old is taught. But as in when we grow, I think somehow we just shove 1 or 2 important behind our brain. We think it's not important, but these are the 4 golden words. Sorry, thank you, excuse me, and please. You know, when I was teaching our daughter, for her to remember, I would tell it is step. So each and every day, the step you take, remember the step. S for sorry, T for thank you, E for excuse me, and please. So STEP. So these steps would count. Like they say, each step counts and each step begins from home, where you all are right now. So this big step, this is actually a major step and it can do it or break it. So your rapport with your friends, it can make it or break it. So this is the main foundation for a social behavior. All right. All right. And now when we are talking about interaction, I'm letting this slide show down slowly so that those who are not have internet issue are not able to get one-on-one with me can read it slowly. So that is the reason I have given it elaborated. I have elaborated it just because you guys can read, whoever is not able to synchronize with me. All right. So one, when you're in face to face with a person, like I'm not directly in face to face, this is a web channel, but still I'm able to see all of you, right? First, introduce yourself. Introduction, look into the eyes, give them a firm handshake and hello. If you're a little nervous, just a smile would do, but let's look into the eyes of the person and just say hello. All right, now I want everybody to look into the camera because I can see you guys. So look into the camera, just a smile and say hello. I can lip sync, yes, hello with a smile. See, that makes a huge difference. Trust me, it makes a huge difference. So now that even the schools are online, so it brings a nice cheer to the teacher, whoever is teaching you, to see such bright faces, and it shows confidence. Yeah, body language. Am I confident? So this, after your face, your shoulders. These are very important to show your confidence. A droopy shoulder automatically shows that you're insecure about something or you're holding some emotion very, very tight for long. Let's not do that. All you need to do is take step number 2, just straighten up. All of you, my friends, whoever is, relaxed on the couch, let's relax. It's good to enjoy, but for now, let's do this exercise quick. I just want all of you to come front, close to camera, but this part should be straight. As kids, because I have a 7-year-old with me, they're pretty confident the way we eat. And I think as in when we grow, we know so much and we become calculative. Once Mr. Brain gets calculative, that is when your inner self is not confident. You're lost there. So step number 2, what we do, shoulders up, and that shows, this is the posture. This is your body's posture. It shows you're confident. So communication comes secondary. First is the appearance. How you look into the eye of a person, and this straight, right? That shows our confidence. This is when we are face to face. Social media, like the world we are in now. I don't know, I should thank Corona or not. I would thank Corona, otherwise we all would not be meeting today. But then social media etiquette. I don't have to tell you guys about the social media channels available these days. So be it Facebook, be it Insta, be it Twitter. What do we do? Why all of you especially? I mean, yeah, business is a different thing, but I think all you youngsters are there to connect with your friends, right? It's somehow good friends, they motivate you, they inspire you. So it's good to be connected positively. What do? We send them a request, right? Facebook, a request. First thing, it starts with disciplining ourselves. Send a request. Do not bog down that person sending messages or texting them. Hey, you know what? I've sent you a request. Why didn't you accept? Yeah, I'm waiting. Some are vocal, at least, they get it directly. But some, even I was like that. What happened? I would constantly keep checking. Oh my God, my friend, did she accept? Why not? So every second we do that. Keep a track if your friend has accepted it or not. Let them be. They would accept it. Take their own time and accept it. Maybe some issues from their side. So you don't have to bother. You just did your job. You wanted to get in touch. You did your business and that's it. Let's not worry too much about, because there's this beautiful world. There's so much to learn, so much to think about. So just let's not worry about one friend request. All right. Yes. When we are like, if you have posted some content, so it's very important for the person with you. Suppose I have a photograph right now. If I'm going to take a screenshot, it's a habit, right? It feels good to post photographs, post messages, so that the other person, your friends list, knows what you are up to, what you're doing, what is the recent post, where you are. So much social media can lend up. So avoid posting insensitive content. Insensitive, because you should not cause, the motto is you should not cause uh, any harsh feelings on the other person. So let's not do that, right? And take permission. I mean, in friends, close group of friends, it's fine. But when it comes to a different formal level of friendship or an acquaintance, let them know. Now that everybody, I'm sure in this era, everybody has a mobile in hand or even a call. Hey, I'm just going to tag you if that's okay with you. I hope you don't mind. If they mind, please delete that post, right? That shows it's a little act of courtesy, I believe, more than etiquette. It's just the behavior, how you do it. And social media is very important because the whole world runs on social media these days. Virtual meeting. So this right now, the meeting we are in now, an online conference, right? It says dress for success. I could have, initially when lockdown happened and there's so many jokes flying around saying, the officer or the guy or the lady is very well draped in a sari. Sari's palla is just seen, but what is she wearing down below? She's as cool as in a sneaker or just chappal or in a shorts, right? Or even you guys. I mean, I'm sure all of you must have seen the photograph at least, no? When lockdown happened, everybody will shake and everybody shook because it's the first time that whole world is online. So what do they do? I've seen this quite many times. They wear smart formals, but what are they dressed up? They're not actually dressed up. But it's very important to dress because that shows your personality. That shows, yes, you are interested in that event or that particular person. And it shows your discipline. So everything starts, like I said, visual. So attire, very important. Like I don't have to tell you guys to mute your mic. So now I think everybody knows automatic you log in, and that is the routine you have set. That is the discipline routine. So quick as not to disturb the whole event or the class, right? Now, public etiquette. Let's get back. So that was just the gist what I have given. So let's come back to public. Let's get into the details of communication behavior, the manners, basic manners of communication. And let's also see the dining etiquette, okay? The little manners involved behind the dining table or on the dining table. So what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? I think it's too strict a word. How can we present ourselves very peacefully and appealing? So this starts first, introduce yourself. Like we've already discussed, look into the eye and a smile, comfortable shoulders and a smile on the face. Handshakes are very, very, very important. As like this eyes, the contact of the eyes and the shoulders, shows your confidence. Some people might have sweaty hands out of nervousness. So try it from today. Let's try it from today. Handshake, just beat your father. Hey dad, you practice because each and everything starts from home. So let's start it, few of us might be a little shy. How can I give my mom a shake hand? Because I've never done that and shake hand every day. How can I do it to my brother? You got to do it. You just got to break that how can, the block of how can. Let's start it. It's okay. I mean, one day she would think, oh my God, are you okay? Did you get up on the wrong side of the bed? But they'll get used to it. It's for your good. Do this for yourself. Okay. Don't worry what others would think. Just a handshake, like the image you see. The first one is, see, I would be doing this. Had I had you all online, I would have given a proper handshake and showed a nice demo, right? So guys, give me a handshake now, at least virtually, no? All right, so handshake is when you clasp both the hands. I mean, not your own hands, of course, the other person's hands, and they got to interlock. They got to interlock. So if I'm showing it right, so this is how it is, and you're going to shake it twice. If not shake, just remember it's your hands are not supposed to be loose. Everything, every action is connected to the brain. If this is there, it means yes, you're there, you're confident. And you wouldn't believe, just give it a try, whomever you meet, or an elderly person. Your mom's friend can be your dad's friend, uncle. How are you doing? Introduce yourself and just give them a handshake, and a firm handshake. I'm sure they would look into your eye for a second because it reflects confidence. Though somebody is not looking at you, must be busy with something else, something around, and just a formal handshake. But the moment you do this, you give a firm handshake, they understand that this person means business. They are actually confident and serious about their personality. Let's do that. Says yes. In this image, you say, not don't squeeze it too harsh. Don't be too harsh on that person. Like I have it here. All right. So yes. See, no, and when we were kids, didn't we all do this? So bright, right? It comes from the heart. So as and when we grow, I've told you, emotions and everything, there's so many calculations going on in the heart, in the mind. So let's do this, a heartful handshake. Of course, not with both the hands, but yes, it should come from the heart. Look at that. This lady is, I think she's going a little too harsh, no? Poor guy. See, that's actually harsh. So that's to be avoided. And yes, who doesn't know this, right? Like we all do now. Let's all do this Corona handshake, no? All of you, hands up to the camera. Come on. I see so many faces. So please don't mind if I'm going to point out your names. Devika, I can see maybe 6 of them on screen. So Devika, let's do this. Devika with glasses. Yes, yes, perfect. So let's not hold it down or loose. All fingers together and a nice handshake. Done. Fantastic. All right. This is very tricky. So you're done. You made your public appearance. You showed them you're confident. After you introduce, what do you introduce yourself? You introduce your name. But it gets really tricky when there are a couple of them, 5, 6 of them, and you forget the name. How many times does it happen to us? You meet a person, the second time you meet, it's an embarrassment because you already slip the person's name in that party or in that meet itself. So you don't know. Yeah, right. Please raise your hands who have faced it. Difficulty in remembering names. I myself do. Yeah. Yeah, see, it happens. It's natural. Yeah, it's natural. So how do we overcome that? Suppose I met this beautiful friend of mine, Pooja. Pooja, do not mind me calling out names, or I'm not impartial. Whoever I'm are flashing, who's ever photographed, like Sai Krishna. Let's start with Sai Krishna. Looks like a lonely boy and these 6 ladies. Sai Krishna, can you look at the camera? The one in blue t-shirt. I don't know how many Sai Krishnas are there in this 200 group, but Sai Krishna, let's see. So it generally happens that we tend to forget the name. What did I do just now? I've called out the name. How many times? Thrice. I said Sai Krishna, Sai Krishna. I'm looking at his face right there and I'm calling out his name. So what is happening to my mind? Somehow this name is being registered. So I would say maybe, let's say Devika. I would imagine Devika with glasses and a beautiful smile and a long hair. So you associate or relate that particular person to the name. Another trick. Am I going too fast? Guys, yes, you're there with me, or yes, you're good. Okay. So Gautami gave me a double thumbs up. Thank you so much. All right. So the second trick, thank you everyone. The second trick, what I would do, you of course would see the face, the name, get the name if it is not catchy. Some names, it's an ordinary name, but get it related to the event, related to the place where you met that particular person, right? Last task for all of us, second, no, before that, repeat their names. It happens to me many a times. I meet a particular person, a friend, newly meeting them for the first time. I go on repeating. How about you? Hi, Sheila. What do you do? Hi, Sunena. I hope you're okay. Let's go, Sunena. Let's go. Maybe pick up a plate. So I keep repeating their names, and sometimes they might get offended. It would show on their face because our face and our eyes never lie. So it clearly shows on their face. They might be taken aback that why is she calling out my name so many times? Yeah, it's okay. Never mind. Let them think. Let us then zip our mouth a little. Let us not intrude their privacy and not make a fool of ourselves. All we can do, go back home, take a note of their name. If it is a family you're meeting for the first time, family, I know it's a lot of procedure, a lot of homework for us, but it's actually going to help us in the long run when all of you are going to explore the world, meet billions of people, and in a group of 10, it would be very happy. You would feel happy and confident when you can remember the names and point them out and say, hi, hey, Avinash, hi, hey, Rahul, how are you? So just one hi and that name, it makes the other person's day. So you would not know that. So remembering names is tricky. Right. So you've introduced yourself, coming to being dressed. How do we dress ourselves? So coming to dressing sense, boys and girls, let's discuss it quick. How about the formal dressing, informal dressing and all that. I'm going to go a little quick. Before that, of course, you have to take a shower. No water in the tap, but at least a sponge bath would do. Yeah, let's not smell sweaty. Let's feel good, because I think once you even go wash your face, that's what mamas, our parents say, right? When you're sleepy, just splash some water. It will rejuvenate you, energize you, and you will look fresh. So don't just splash the water on your face. If possible, let's stay clean. All right. So grooming, all these is, I think all this we can term it as grooming. So let's groom ourselves. If they're all boys here, all these gentlemen soon going to be gentlemen here, please shave. I know the beard and the stub, whatever you call it, it looks fashionable and stylish. But when it comes to a formal meeting, when you're going to meet them formally, let's groom ourselves. That's the best we can do. God has given us such beautiful face, so much confidence, which we would not know. We really not know how much we are gifted. So let's give ourselves a little spa. We can call it a spa, right? So let's get dressed ready. You don't have to go buy expensive clothes. No, no. Or for all the parents today who are listening, I am not advising them to go shop from H&M or all these high fashion brands. No. A well-ironed dress, right? A well-ironed dress and a smile and confidence on the face. That's all. You need to be prepared for a meet. Now, from now on, whatever we're going to talk, we are going to discuss about meeting professionals. All of you would be facing an interview one day. All of you are going to attend business meets or have your own, running your own business, right? So let's start that. Comfortable clothing. So my mama asked me to wear a long gown, nice gown, but no, if I'm not comfortable, I'm not wearing it. All of you are grown-ups. I think you have that liberty to take a choice. Wear comfortable clothing. Geographical area, which means the place where you are. If I'm going to meet a client outside at the beach, a small shack at the beach, I would not be wearing jacket and a scarf and all that and long boots. I would look foolish because first impression is your attire. That speaks out everything. So consider your comfort, right? Do that to yourself. First of all, grooming, freshen up, and then your comfort, wear what you're comfortable in. Doesn't mean you pick up bright colors. Suit yourself at what time of the day you're going to meet, or what time of, not necessarily you meet also, it may happen that you're just, you meet people by accident. You never know. Someone finds you sharp, and all of a sudden, you have a surprise offer there for your confidence and that smile. So do that. Here comes all room now. I want you all to focus here. Girls can also, if you have little brothers or elder brother at home or even your father. So this is for you guys. Formal wear and informal wear. Business etiquette, I'm going to specify on the formal wear. As I've told you guys are going to attend interviews and face an interviewer. What do? You wear a t-shirt. I mean, now you Google and there are so many Myntra and Amazon formal t-shirts. There are plenty. But that doesn't mean we forget the basic, simple clothing like this. What all? Are you able to see the screen? All of you? Are you able to see the screen? Yes. So whom do I have? Pratmesh. No. Am I getting your name right? Yeah. So yes. Okay. I love your smile. All right. The quality of the material. Suit your comfort. And then, very important, though they might not sound important now, but they are the most important factors if you can understand now. So if we see this man, the smart, handsome man on the screen right now, he's wearing a nice coat because he's dressed up as if he's going to attend a formal meet or a formal gathering, right? So what all do we see? We see a nice shirt. We see the cufflinks. So this part of the shirt is the cuff. And this is the collar of the shirt and the cuff. The four little buttons, I guess, they're called cufflinks. So you need to, the shirt needs to be a little longer than the coat, the overcoat or the coat, what he's wearing, the jacket. Remember that the shirt needs to be a little seen than the coat, what he's wearing. Shoes are very important. Shoes should be laced up. I'm sure all of you know the different styles of shoes, different varieties, right? So preferably for a formal event, let us pick up smart shoes like that. So that finishes your formal look. Now, who knew there was vast category of socks? Yeah. I mean, you guys would be even, going to change your school socks very soon. I'm sure nobody would be fitting into that socks right now, that size. I know you need to upgrade. But God, when I myself researched, when I was looking at the etiquette, when I was making this presentation, though we knew that these are the formal shoes and socks go with it, but look at that variety. It says trendy but chic. So that's how it is. I think this is the best photograph. Do not worry about saving it. I can share it, share the PPT with your teachers. Be present here today and let's just enjoy it. I'm going to circulate this PPT of mine. It's all yours. So feel free to browse it later. Let's not take down notes. It's no serious business here. Don't do that. All right. Pens down. on the table. If there's a paper, yes, keep it handy. But yes, hands-free, let's just enjoy it at the same time. Try to remember it and understand it. Socks, very, very important. I don't have to describe what is what now. It's a beautiful chart down there. So yeah, so socks are very important. And you need to the socks need to go along with what you're wearing. Suppose I have pulled out a nice gray pant and I'm wearing an orange, bright, tangy orange socks underneath the pants. You think it's a good idea? For a formal, let's not say yes. No, you guys will not say yes because it's a formal event. Okay. So no, it would look a little gaudy. So let's not do that. Your shoes and the belt. This is the golden rule of dressing for all the boys and would-be men here. The shoe, the color of the shoe and your belt should always match. Let's say, for example, you wore a brown belt. I'm not asking you to pick up the exact same shade of brown, not required, but the same shade card. I mean, now all of you understand the shade. So if it's a brown belt, let it not be a black or a gray shoe. Let it be some shade of brown, but it got to be brown. So this is a golden rule that your shoe and your belt should be of the same shade. A blue shirt, nothing to beat. Like we say, Indian sari. There's nobody we can vouch on pulling out the sari or even the salwar anywhere, a kurta for that matter, even in abroad, even when you go out. So that stands out. But when it comes to formal dressing, a crisp, a clean and well ironed shirt, nothing to beat a smart looking white shirt or any shade of blue shirt for that matter. More color and pattern. Yes. How many times do we end up going to the malls? Malls spoil us the most, especially when it comes to formal clothing and the person who is going to show you, they said, sir, you're looking so smart. You would look so smart with this pattern. He picks out some nice pink, bright pink checkered shirt. And guys, you never wore pink before. And for all those guys who never wore pink before, and this age, and some people, the salesmen are very smart and they are capable of drifting you away because all they need is. So let's not make a wrong choice. If you're comfortable, go to the mirror and look at yourself. Does it look like me? When you wear it, it's important that the fabric and the design resonates with you. Too much would be an overkill. Let's not dress too much because it would not earn you points. So there's no point wearing so much pattern. The simpler it is, like they say, simplicity is the best. So the simpler you are, the crisper and the smarter you look. So that's about, oh, jewelry. I don't know how many of you guys wear, but then I'm talking about bracelets. I remember all of you, if you know Salman Khan, he's the only male I know wearing at least one bracelet, one or two. Let's not deck up. I know your mama, papa in Kerala is the gold house, gold mine of India. So all of you, I'm sure even the boys would have so much long chains and all that in the locker somewhere. But let's not pull that out. We don't need that for that day. Let's not, no. If your mama says, acha hoga, good, auspicious and all, tuck it. Let's not hurt her feelings, but tuck it somewhere and let it not be seen. Jewelry to minimum. Finger rings. Show your mambo style somewhere else back in your party. But when you're there in a formal event, let's be simple. All right. So no fancy jewelry allowed. Of course, personal hygiene. All right. For all the girls right there in front of me. I know this picture looks a little too boring, a little less colorful because we girls have innumerable choices, right? Patterns, designs, styles, dupattas, whatnot. When we all rock it in some way or the other, it's important to understand what suits you. If suppose say you're going to face an interview tomorrow and you are somehow carried away to try Western and you've never done that before, I would suggest give it a try in the trial room if possible, only if it is possible. Give it a try. Only then, if you feel you're confident, like I say, the clothing resonates with you. It speaks to you. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you should feel confident and you should like it. You don't have to wait for others to like it. You like it, all right. You feel confident, all right. But that doesn't mean I'm wearing a nice, bright floral, a party Hawaiian look, and I'm happy. Of course, I like my Hawaiian outfit, but that's not outfit for that day, right? All right, so these are the dresses, the option, the choices of dresses we have. So of course, it can't be the boring colors. It's just for you guys to understand that's a smart coat. If you can see the lady out there, she's wearing a decent sari. But that is the smart way. That it's important these days, girls. It's important to look smart, isn't it? So just pull out a smart coat if you have. So do not ask your parents to shop for you right now. All right. This is just for your knowledge. Let's know that these are the options. But no card swiping. I do not want the parents' cards swiping, in the next couple of hours, in the next few days. Let's not do that. Right. So that was your dressing. That's how you would look. Fine. But that doesn't mean everything. You, at some point or the other, you need to communicate. Basic communication is through hello, the mobile phone, though I kept it on silent. So communication. When you are going to have a formal talk with somebody, suppose some company ABC. Am I boring you guys? Yeah, I see a few stretches. It's okay. You can stretch your hands and, feel free, but let's not sit stiff. Okay, I want that smile going and feel relaxed, not too relaxed that I start to yawn, but let's relax and enjoy this. Okay. So yeah, so get to know about that particular institution or organization, or if you're going to meet that person, like today I'm meeting all of you from Ckmnss. It's such a big name, but I have rehearsed, I did my best. So what I did before, a couple of days before, was to know about the school. It's such a beautiful infrastructure you've got, beautiful. I mean, everything looks so lively, and I could see smiles on the website, smiles on everybody's face, which means you are enjoying your education. So kudos to your teachers and everybody right there. So while communicating, be prepared as what to speak. Note it down, no problem. Have a pen and a paper right there a day prior when you come to know. Be prepared. Know if you do not have an advance notice, be prepared few minutes back before just dialing. Be prepared, write down the points, because I have literally practiced this because I speak a lot. And when I start, my map goes on where not, and we forget the intent of our talk. It happens, and it had happened many a times for me. And even now I'm speaking a lot. I can see the timer running to 1 hour and 17 minutes. I really don't care. Yeah. Till the time you guys are enjoying, and till the time, I'm actually able to convey what I want to. So let's not bother about the time. But yes, make a note of the highlighted points or the few important points what you want to speak, and have it in front of you, so that you talk about your shopping, you talk about your friends, you say good, bad, whatever. Come back and make sure you finish those topics. You finish speaking to them, communicate. You've given your message. Speak very clearly. We have a habit of finish. Oh, I so wonderful. So what did I say there? All you heard is the word wonderful, because I spoke very fast. See, speaking fast in Malayalam or in English or in any language doesn't really matter. What matters is that is your message being conveyed to them. All right, it should. So take your own time. See, it's a general myth that the faster you speak, they would know that the smarter you are. No, you don't have to prove it to anyone. In fact, it's the other way around. Pace your voice. I'm sure there's many of you who speak so loud, even at home, speak loud. One, the volume, you need to control the pitch. Like today, I'm going to scream on top of my voice and I'm going to give this presentation in this pitch. No, I would be tired. My throat is done. In 5 seconds, I'm done, and I would be gulping water. If I'm going too fast, you may not understand. So what's the whole point in the communication, right? The essence is gone because you're wasting your energy, you're wasting your time as well as the other person's time. So time it. It's very, very important. I hope you will remember this one line, to speak slowly. Slowly as in, I'm not talking about the volume, but I'm talking about the speed or the pace at which you're talking. It initially when you're rehearsing it, I'm talking about those guys, friends here who speak very fast. Initially, you feel, what am I doing? You'll be searching for words in your mind. That's okay. But it is very, very important to speak slowly, so that in fact shows how confident you are. Your English, your Malayalam may be excellent, but what is the whole point when you're not able to communicate and deliver the message to the other person? So communication, telephonic communication, please mind all those points. Emails. Yes, I want everybody to look at the screen here because it has more to do with your vision now. I don't have to, excuse me. So speak more about it. Emails. You know what this phone or these messages have done to us? Whatever vocabulary, whatever spellings, whatever pronunciation, our English, our grammar, this has taken everything. Because good for you. Number 4. So see the first one here. Don't type like this. You know, hey there. There's so much that this has taken away. You know, you need to go back to standard 3, 4, where our teachers have taught us the spellings. So let's not do that, especially when you're typing an email, when you're emailing a person. Make sure your grammar is right. They call it a lingo. It's called a text or a messaging lingo. You know, outside world would make fun of you because you are communicating. What are you doing through your email? Is it what do you call is it's not a birthday invite. Nobody is going to be happy and say, oh wow, I baby. No, you're going to be judged there. It's going to reflect because that is your communication letter. So people are judging you. How good is it? How good are you drafting it? So it's very, very important. All right, here. So as you can see, the formal and informal parts of communication when you're communicating to a business agency on a business purpose or even a friend. So that is what it says. So all this you can browse in your free time. I'm going to anyways share the presentation with you. But I want you all to understand there are 2 formats. I'm sure you all know it by now. I'm sure you all have this letter writing in English and your own languages. It's fun to have those letter writings, right? Dear friend, you would start. And that has gone. Yeah, it's a faded art now. Picking up a paper, picking up a pen and writing down letters and posting it. That era is gone. It's actually a faded art. So greeting is very important here. The tag of using sincerely, respectfully shows your courtesy. All right. All right. Let me not dive too much into it because there's so much to discuss. So yes. Cyberbullying. Let me discuss what are the new words here. So cyberbullying against yes. In this era, you feel internet has actually made our life so easy, but at the same time, you are being watched through the satellites. That's called cyberbullying. People are tracking you. You know how many times we have seen this ad and how many of us have this Alexa at home. Hey Alexa, switch on the geyser. Hey Alexa, there's that. You know, even our mobile phones, till the time our mobile phones are not in airplane mode, there are cyber threats. Those little hackers can track everything. Just give it a try over the weekend. If somebody doesn't have a phone, borrow it from your mom, dad, and please return it back, okay? And I'm not advertising for all of you to get phones as well. Just for a trial, just for you all to understand that what you feel is private. There is no privacy when it comes to internet. This can record. You know, the other day I've come to know it a few years back when me and my husband, we were chatting something, we were discussing something, and the next moment in YouTube or the recent history in the search browser, what you are actually speaking is shown. So be aware of this. I would say yes, be aware of that. You can give it a try. This is just a small experiment you can do, but there is no privacy involved. So keep this communication through mails as formal it can be. If you have secrets to share, yes, you can pick up a phone, meet a friend, but not through emails, okay? All right. So everybody hungry? Time for a snack? Done with the presentation. Shall I wind up now? No, the important and the fun chapter begins now. Dining. Thinking of which, That's how we all are, no? Food being served, oh, yum, 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 snack time. Yes? All right. Who doesn't know Mr. Ronald Weasley? He's my favorite. I've chosen this because I know this generation kids and Harry Potter fans. So this guy is for you all out there, all Ronald Weasley fans out there. See, it's a treat to watch him eat like that, isn't it? So much food being served, and he is in his own world, not bothered what others would think. But is it right? Is it right in a formal occasion? Is it right on a dinner table? Let's see. Let's now talk about, because we are dining, of course, at home, it's fine. But when you're dining with a group of friends and that ambience and that atmosphere is informal. Suppose, say, for example, you guys are passing out, I mean, soon to pass out from 10th and 12th. A friend has invited all of you home, or a friend's mom has called all of you home. It's informal gathering, right? So what all points we need to, I mean, I'm sure you'll all go, hi, everyone, and you would start off your daily drama there. But if it is not for your friends, if it's not your close friends, what do we do? It's always good. I mean, you guys are youngsters, so I wouldn't say it is mandatory. Carry some token. I'm sure our parents would do that. Someone invites us home for a cup of tea, or someone invites us for Sadhya. Onam is coming up. So Sadhya, right? We carry something for them just to see them smile, just to make them happy. And you're happy that you're sharing your happiness, right? All right, I'm going to keep quiet for a while now. I just need those heads up and those thumbs up, thumbs going up, right? You all agree? Gayatri, yes? Yeah, we all like, suppose we are hosting, we would like, I mean, I think, my daughter says, Mama, they did not give us a gift this time because she's small. Of course, you would not want to and don't expect. But when you're going to attend a party like this, a gathering like this, it's always good to carry a token of gratitude or appreciation, appreciating the host. So the person who has called you home, suppose I'm inviting all of you home tomorrow. All right, be there at 9 o'clock tomorrow, will you? I stay in Karnataka. So see you all tomorrow. So I am the host. So it's always good when you go with a positive frame of mind. And yes, you're in the party. Everybody has a set of friends, one or two, whom you do not gel around with, right? I would say gel around with, but when I become a small kid like you guys, and when I say enemy, we call them with such a harsh word. We say enemies, yeah, we are rivals. We don't get along well. So when you meet them, it happens that a common friend had also invited them. You and your so-called rival is also attending that party. What do you do then? Automatically, this Mr. Brain of yours saying, oh my God, beware. She's also there, yeah. How come? She always is there. She just wants to make her brownie points, be anywhere. And oh my God, she's going to judge me now. He's going to scan what I'm wearing and what did I do this morning. Let it be. Let's not be judgmental. You are there because I have invited you. Remember, I am the host now. I have already told you I'm the host. So not Mr. ABC, but I'm your host. I have called you home. Come with a positive frame of mind. Come with a smile. Do not worry who else is around you. If at all you don't get along well with the person, let them be. Right? So yes, so it's important for your friends to know that you're going to attend. Like a birthday invite, we say, you're invited. When I send you an invite, just acknowledge if you're able to make it, yes or no, so that I'm prepared. I'm prepared that Gayatri cannot make it today because she has got an important chore to do. So, Sai Ram cannot make it today. Sai Krishna, I guess. See, I'm God. Where's my dear Sai Krishna? We just spoke about you, though you're not flashing on my screen now, but see, I remember your name. So, it's important for the host to know your presence if you can make it or cannot make it. Now you see the pyramid now. That is important. A tissue paper, a paper napkin. Tissue paper is something, my dear friends, we use it in a washroom or the restroom. The toilet paper, you call it a tissue paper. Let us not say tissue paper. It is a paper napkin. Okay, let's address it as paper napkin because tissue paper is used in the toilet. Okay, so let it have it handy when you're eating. Have it handy because any spill accidents happen. So you have it this paper to the rescue. food stuck in your tooth. So sometimes it happens that food is being served with toothpicks in it. It's like Manchurian. How many of us doesn't like Manchurian? So it's all served with those little toothpicks. Pick up a fresh toothpick, have your bit, and save this in the tissue paper till the time it comes for a second round to dispense it or discard it. Have it. Pick up your food from the tissue, from the plate with the help of a toothpick. Now you're done. Did you all eat well? I've called all of you home. So I've prepared a huge meal. Yeah, all of you had your nice tummy full like Ronald Weasley's. Do not forget to offer help. Please get up, pick up the plate and your glass, put it in the sink. Okay, that is the least you can do. You ate from that plate and that's your glass of water. It's your belonging for that moment. I know I have invited you all home. Your belonging, I don't mean you come home and take away all my cutlery, my plates and serveware. No, 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 that's all mine. You had your share of food, your meal or whatever snack it is. Do not forget to help. Few of us might not be comfortable having the kitchen crowded. Sometimes it happens. Some kitchens, they're not neatly arranged. So few of us might not be comfortable. Offer, at least the least you can do is offer to clean up. Just say, it's okay, it's mine, I can help you. So, ye nahi ki bartan dhote baitho wahan pe till the party gets over. No, no. Just offer and stack them up very neatly in the kitchen. That's the least we can do. Right? Okay or not? Boring or is it enjoying? Are you all enjoying? Is it fun? All right. Okay, let's go ahead. That was informal. You were again informal when you're attending a party. Make sure you're dressed up well. Boys and girls, I do not expect you to go in a sari. That's all. We have saved and discussed everything for the formal part of it. That was an informal dining etiquette, what we can follow. Now coming to the formal part of it. Most of the times these days, even in a restaurant, when we go, restaurant is what is written there. But when we say it, we call it a restaurant. So I would want everybody to practice this. Say with me, say restaurant. I know English is a very tricky language, but we can't help it. Those Britishers just left it with us, and that's how you can survive only with that one language. It's a magic language. So restaurant, I'm sure all of you, when you grow up, you would teach your kids the first language comes naturally. Hey, you, jitna, how much ever Malayalam you speak at home, but when it comes to your own family, you would want them to pick up English smart. You feel English is, it's important. It's important to communicate. So it's called restaurant. Let's start. So on the dinner table, when you sat down to have your meal, most of us might have faced it when you go to a decent restaurant. It's called a course meal. What are the contents of the meal? Single course meal has just one snack item and you're done. Maybe a burger. I know when you go to McDonald's and all, you order a couple of cold coffee, French fries, etc. But when I'm saying a snack or a meal, just one burger, I can treat it as a single meal. Coming to the second one, a two-course meal generally has a soup as an appetizer, soup or a salad. Also, if you're going for a lunch, that's your main course, right? Whatever you're having, suppose say a veg thali or a thali for that matter, that's your second course. So first course is the soup, what they're going to serve you. The second course is the main course. Now the third, your meal is going to be the third in the row is a three-course meal. Three things would be in line, three things would be served to you or not necessarily served. You can also order for these three things. One is the appetizer, which is a little starter for your hunger. It triggers your hunger. Why do you, oh my God, there's a little bit, okay, yeah. Am I audible? Am I audible and visible to everyone, loud and clear? Yeah, all right, I'll continue. So the appetizer, it triggers your hunger. It helps you have the next meal. Second is the main course, of course, the main dish, what you have ordered for, right? Aloo paratha, mooli paratha, paneer 65, chicken 65, etc., etc., roti, dal, chawal, what not, Indian. I'm talking about the Indian menu. And the last is your dessert, is the sweet dish, the pudding, the payasam, what we call, right? So that makes your three-course meal. Coming to the four. 4 is your soup, your salad, your main course, and the dessert. And here the difference is both are served together. Right? The salad and your soup are two different entries. So they are served differently, separately. So that's your 4-course meal. Last and very important, but at the same time very tricky, is your 5-course meal. I have a small stomach, and my tummy gets really full if I sit through a 5-course meal. So appetizer, as you can see, a soup, a main course. This is more inclined to the Western culture where they also serve as cheese or even coffee. And sometimes if it happens that after the main course, you're served coffee, and at last comes your candy or the toffee. So generally the lingo goes, the language say coffee toffee, which means they serve you coffee and toffee. This you would come to know when you attend a formal meal at any, maybe a formal restaurant, formal discussion or a formal meet. So this is what is served. All right. All of you had your 5-course meal. Right. How is your tummy doing? Like that. So that is what a 5-course meal does to us. But we have no choice, yeah. We have to, I mean, when you're meeting a client and that is offered, yes, you might as well have it, right? Now let's see. Basic rules or the table manners, like even our parents teach us, right? The basic manners. So let's say this might look too crowded for us on our table. Even I'm a South Indian. We all South Indians believe just a thali and eating it with our blessed fingers, right? Yes, it is very, I think it has a connect to our mind and we enjoy doing it. Who doesn't enjoy having sambar? Who doesn't enjoy those little drumsticks? You have it and chew it till the end of it, till all, yeah, someone's mouth is already watering. I see Pooja, yes, even I'm slurping. So that is our Indian mentality. But when you are faced with a formal meal, let's see what all. I know it looks like, whole army and they look like weapons to us, but no, they're all very friendly. What all items you see on the screen right now are very, very friendly. Okay. Yes, that's all. Are we all ready? Let's see how to handle those weapons or the tools. Let's call it tools because we are going to enjoy it. The more serious you make it, the more complicated your head goes again. All right. So this is tricky, It's always confusing. Kis haath mein knife pakdu? There's a fork. There's a knife for one single meal, right? It's complicated, but no, it's easy. Let's not get confused. So my main intention today is to help you all understand, and those who already know, maybe this is just a quick revision for all of you. 1 second, just a second. I am on a call. Hi, sorry. So let's see what we all can do. So this is the basic platter or the serveware, serve, serveware, what is placed in front of you. I'm going to show you a demo. Do not be overwhelmed with this picture. So the napkin, it's important. The second we have, what do we use it for? Any accident spills, we use your napkin, right? Coaster, it's called a coaster, C-O-A-S-T, coaster. Why do we use it? We will come to know. And the posture is very important. How are we seated at the table? Let's not relax. Let's not put our elbows there. Your elbows are erect. You show that, yes, you're confident. You're interested in the meal. Let's not be too relaxed. Your cutlery means your fork, your knife, your spoon, whatever you're using is your silverware, right? And coming to the dining part of it. So when you are invited, when you have a meal with a group of friends, there would be a host, right? So let the host begin the meal. Let them start. Don't be in a hurry to just grab and eat something quick and wrap it up. No. Part of your meal, there would be bread or paratha or roti or roll, which is being served. So that would be served in your side dish. So I'm going to show everything to you all. And when you're eating, it's very important to keep your lips closed, not chew and swallow. Try to do it at home. Try practicing at home, because most of us, when we eat, we have a habit of speaking. Let's not do that. Swallow your food in your mouth before you sip your beverage. You want to have a cola, you want to have Coke. So swallow what is there in your mouth before you take a sip. All right, so coming to opening the plate and closing the plate, I'm going to show you all a demo very quick. All right, so I have all right, is my table visible to all of you? Yes, it is. So I get a little closer. So when you're here, the first thing is your napkin. It would be rolled neatly, and some restaurants have this fancy design, but this is your napkin. Now, what are you going to do with it? You're not a baby anymore to tuck it in. No, no. You would watch for everyone because you're in a group. Place it neatly on your lap. Any handbags, if the ladies are carrying, if the girls are carrying, make sure it is try to minimize the size of it. But for some reason, if you're carrying a huge one, size of the bag, if it's huge, hang it behind on your chair. You will not put your handbags or any other items on the table. All right, so my napkin is placed on my lap. So this is my main plate. So this is the table. Table has a table mat. And this is my table. And this one is my side plate where my roti, where my bread sit. So whenever someone serves you roti, you're supposed to put it here. Someone is serving you the main course, it all piles up in a series. Your plate should look appealing as well. Let's not overload the plate and show that, yes, we are craving for food. Let's not do that. Your mama has made a nice meal, come back home and binge on whatever you want. But when we are in public, let's stick to a little disciplined routine, okay? So this, on the left side, it's always your fork. On your right, you would have your spoon and your knife as well. So when you are going to start, so the left, I'll come a little closer. So this is something called opening the plate. When your spoon is normal and your fork goes upside. So this is, which means yet you're ready. So once the food is served, this I'm using a spoon because I'm imagining I have rice with me. So hold the back of the fork and push the rice, because rice gets a little tricky, right? So push it. And it's a plate, not our regular steel plate at home, what we have. That has a little border so that the rice doesn't spill. But these flat plates might lead to a little spillage. So what we do is take help of the fork. Fork would be behind and push it in the spoon. Take it in the spoon. Are you all able to see me? Right? Yeah, are you able to see me? Send load, take a bite, close the plate. Okay, close again, same. Fork goes like this. This is the top of the fork. This is bottom of my spoon. So they go cross. So this is how it is. Why do we need a knife? We need a knife when we have to cut into maybe pizza or maybe even roti. Few of us also have a habit of using a knife. So we can't have both spoon and knife going together. Let's imagine this is the knife, the bottom part of it. Hold the item which you're going to cut. Obviously, because it is tough to cut, you need this support. So imagine you're going to hold a pizza, for example. I have a pizza in my plate, a slice of it. I do not want to hold it and have it because it's a formal gathering. So I would take it same way. How did you cross your spoon and fork. So the fork would be the same. Only thing is changed is the knife here. So I'm going to hold the pizza. If I'm just going to cut it, my slice of pizza would land up in my friend's table or the friend's plate. Let's not, we don't want that, right? So hold the fork firmly. And this is how we hold. We do not hold the fork. We are not murdering someone. We just, it's not a weapon, right? It's just a small little tool which would help us eat. So it's always good to just hold it very lightly, just like this. And no, this is chaku. Let's not hold a chaku ways, but a nice knife like this. Yeah. So hold the slice, just cut. Don't go on chopping like a butcher, okay? The meat, the butcher who chops the meat, let's not say that. So just a small cut, have it. Try to pick it up from your left. Do not switch your hand and do that. Yes, if you're not comfortable, maybe then, but it's always good to cut it and take a bite and again close it. Also, let's remember what all serve with the plates which are being served are mostly ceramic or glass, and glass tends to make a lot of noise, even does steel. Can you hear that? And if I'm going on, yeah, too much sound of cutlery. It sounds more like I'm actually having a sword fight here. No, it's not that way. Just be gentle and mind the sound, okay? So this is in between. So here to my right is the coaster. This is my coaster. It looks a little fancy, but this is the coaster. The glass goes on top of the coaster. Why? If suppose you're having a soft drink, a cola with ice, what happens? It condenses and forms a watermark, a water ring. So to avoid messing up the table cover or the furniture, sometimes it happens that you're being also served on a furniture. It leaves a watermark, a water ring behind. Okay, any cold beverage. So it's always important that it goes underneath the glass. Also, it might happen that you have a spare coaster to close your water or to close your drink from contamination. If you feel you're going to have it after a while, if you feel you have another coaster handy, so this is also what we can do. All right. So now I'm having something and something got stuck in my tooth. Am I going to do this or this? No. Let us cover our mouth and somehow, our best example is the drumstick. I know nobody would serve you there, but in case something is stuck, you want to clean it. Let's use a napkin first. Or if you're not able to reach it and access it fast, let's just cover our mouth. Excuse me. If someone say, excuse me, do not look at someone asking, excuse me. Just whisper it to yourself. Whisper as in a little louder, excuse me. And take it out and put it in your side plate. You would not put that unwanted stuff in your plate, right? Now, it happens, accidents happen and it happens everywhere. You want to sneeze. Achoo! Do we do that? No. We use this little one. Excuse me. So let's try to control that. So I'm done with my meal and do not bubble water. Drink it with style, they say. With style as in you should look confident, you should look comforting. You're no way hurry to end your meal. So that was your meal, the basic etiquettes. And now as we began opening the plate, it's also important for the waiter or the person who is serving you to know that you're done with your meal. So we are closing the meal now. So when I am closing my meal, my fork would be on the left and my spoon would be, of course, you're not supposed to show the plate like this. Now it's an empty plate. So it's just for your demo and understanding that the fork on the left would be straight. Both of them would be parallel to each other, right? So you've closed your plate, which means you would not want any more. You do not wish to have any more. Next thing, just don't get up. You have this little thing lying down in your lap. So just put it on the table. You do not have to press it and fold it and keep it. Just put it on the table, all right? So in case you have to attend a call, say for example, you have to attend an emergency call, excuse yourself, do not look at anybody, but say, excuse me, go and pick up the call. All right. Am I clear? Was that too much or was that clear? Yeah. All right. Social manners, of course, we've learned it since what? We were kids. So these are little words of wisdom. Nothing to beat a hearty smile. Smile can make or break the occasion. Right? See how lovely they are, and how lovely did you all greet me in just a while ago. It's an hour back, but I still see those smiling faces. So this is the mantra for your success, I would say, because all these interactions, all this etiquette behavior, but what are you doing it for? You're doing it to communicate, right? So keep smiling always. Yes. So as we discussed, be kind, humility, consideration. So all these are little acts which are going to make a big, big difference. So I would end my presentation today wishing you all the very best. And I'm sure at least few faces, whoever I see today, I'm going to come across all of you at some point in my life. And I wish you all the very best. May you achieve whatever you want and achieve greater success. Okay. And thank you so much once again. Thank you, Sheila ma'am, for giving me this opportunity to interact with your wonderful students. Thank you so much to the teachers. I would like to mention Smita ma'am and Ajita ma'am, wherever you are, if you're here. Thanks a lot for connecting. It's very, very important to have the rapport with the person. I think Sheila ma'am, you have great support, I would see, and even better students. They are, I mean, their smile is infectious. All you guys I see on the screen today, your smile is infectious. You have an aura around you, which is amazing. And all this is because you are being groomed that way. So kudos to you, ma'am. Kudos to everybody. Thanks a lot to all the parents out here today. Yeah, and a big, big, big thanks to my dear friend and my mentor, Princy ma'am. Thanks a lot. So yes, so this is what I had planned for the discussion today. So if you have any queries, you can feel free to unmute yourself one by one in case you have any queries. Do not worry about the presentation. I'm going to share it with your faculty, with your teachers today. Don't worry about them. Yeah. All right, I can still see this smiling faces. Thank you. Thank you so much for being such a lovely set of audience. And I'm sure whatever little I could share with you today, and I'm sure you would remember it. If not, everything starts from the house. Yeah, let's start. Don't think too much and just start it at home. You know, whatever points we have discussed. So let's start it at home today and never forget to smile. All right, so many thank yous. About watches to wear. Yes, you can wear a watch. Formal event will have a formal watch, maybe a steel strap or even a leather smart watch. Yes, you can wear a watch, especially for all the boys out there. No fancy rings. Yes, see, I'm superstitious, so I believe in some extra power and extra magic. It's all within me, but still, someone has told me. So this is just my belief that I wear this. So you are allowed to do that, but not this one, not these fancy rings. Keep it simple as much as possible. Later on, when you have fun, and later on, there are certain parties for art. So where you can actually show off, like your weddings and all, then you can dress up, put as much as you want. So yeah, watches. Any more doubts? Yes, you can post it here in this group. Drop in a message. I would read it. In case if any one of you have issues and you want Princy ma'am to communicate to you in Malayalam, please feel free, come forward, and she's right here with us to answer all your queries. Right? Okay. So